Okay, I think we are live.
Yeah.
All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to give you a quick second here to get logged into our Facebook Live. I'm Jen Saxton from Tot Squad and super excited to be here tonight with Courtney Sullivan. And we are going to be talking about healthy holidays. Two words that don't often go together. I feel like there is often kind of just this cloud of cheating from Halloween through New Year's, and then it's like New Year's resolution time, and people have to get back in gear. So hopefully we're going to have a great conversation tonight with Courtney about how you can try to stay healthy throughout the next couple of months and then not have to make a drastic lifestyle change when January comes around. All right, let me just pull up our welcome here. I know we've got an exciting giveaway going on tonight. If everybody who tunes in has questions or comments throughout the evening, go ahead and put them in the chat and we will save a little time in the second half of the broadcast to get to any questions that come in. Tonight, we are giving away a Boppy Comfy Chic baby carrier and matching cover. But you have to enter by 6 o'clock tonight, Pacific time, after this broadcast. So make sure that you're signing up. I believe the RSVP link will be posted in the comments right here for you. But I think it's try.totsquad.com/Boppy, if I remember correctly. So with that, a quick thank you to Boppy for hosting this as part of their Mom Kind project, which is their way of giving back and helping educate and empower new parents and provide useful content and products to them, of course. Boppy is an amazing company and we are so excited to be partnering with them on this event tonight. So Courtney, you are a registered dietitian and a personal trainer. And I was lucky enough that I hired you to help my husband and I get in wedding shape a couple of years ago. And now I know we're in the process of getting you set up on Tot Squad. At totsquad.com, you can get connected with all sorts of experts from sleep consultants, lactation consultants, nutrition experts, car seat technicians, etc. And really excited to bring amazing experts like Courtney to moms everywhere with virtual services. So tonight we're going to talk about everything from diet to exercise, managing your own screen time, and trying to kind of balance a busy schedule with a healthy lifestyle. And Courtney, why don't you kick it off by telling us a little bit more about yourself? I know you're a mom of 3, a twin mom, and you've been in this industry for a long time. So you tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm excited to help people learn how to kind of keep it healthy or maintain that health during the holidays. So yeah, I'm a mom of 3. I have a 4.5-year-old daughter and 2.5-year-old identical twin boys. So it's, I guess, a little bit of joyful chaos at our house. A little bit wild, but no, lots of fun. And a little bit of background as far as my nutrition goes. I did my dietetic internship at the VA Greater Los Angeles, and my early work as a dietitian started in the clinical setting where I helped patients there. And then I also taught a diabetes support group, and then ventured out a couple years after that and working with a board certified gastroenterologist. So helping patients with all digestive diseases and disorders in that realm. And then really kind of just swaying to more preventative health in my private practice, nutrition for body and mind. So just really helping people make lifestyle behavior modifications and make nutrition part of their everyday life. So it's not a one fits all approach, no fad diets. It's really customized nutrition to suit your lifestyle so you can have long lasting results and feel healthy in the long term. So now that I'm a mom, I love helping other moms. And so pregnancy nutrition is one of my big ones. So pre, during, and postnatal nutrition, as well as sports nutrition. I always have played sports. So I love working with athletes, and then just kind of all realms as far as weight loss goes, or if you have different lab work, I'll look at that and help clients and patients with that. So it really just kind of depends on what your goals are, and happy to help you with nutrition and personal training as well. So I'm also a personal trainer. So I kind of combine the two components for an overall approach to health. So you can find me on Yelp, Nutrition for Body and Mind, or my website, cwnutritionforbodyandmind.com. And it's super easy to reach out to me through that. So if you have any questions or you want to reach out, I'm happy to answer them. And I'm located in San Marcos, San Diego, right now.
But you're doing a lot of virtual stuff, I'm guessing, right now.
Yes, lots of Zoom.
Personal training over Zoom. Who knew that's what the world would come to?
I know, it's wild. You can do it though.
No excuses. You don't even have to leave your house.
Exactly. Yeah, roll out of bed, have the workout clothes there, and do it.
I love it. I love it. Well, I can't believe the holidays are coming up so soon. It has been the strangest year, like ever. But somehow it seems to be the longest, shortest year. And this year, I feel like holidays are always stressful, but like this year, it's extra stressful. Before we went live, we were just chatting about the fact that I was hoping to be able to drive home from California to Texas to spend the holidays with my family. And you know, with the surge in the pandemic, it's not feeling like that's going to happen. So all sorts of new stress trying to coordinate Zoom holidays and like shipping gifts around the country, all sorts of crazy things. And maybe even inventing new traditions in order to observe a COVID safe holiday. So can you give us any tips in terms of thinking about the meals? I know Thanksgiving is next week, and meal prep is, you know, obviously going to be really hard, especially if you start thinking about leftovers from cooking large quantities of food, etc. But like, what kind of tips do you have for having healthy meals on hand and thinking about meal prep as we go into the holidays?
Great question. Yeah, really planning ahead is the biggest step there. So just sort of thinking like every Sunday, I'll typically look in the fridge. Okay, what do I have left? If I have, you know, extra things I can throw into a stew or a soup or a stir fry. And then what do I need? So meal planning kind of for that week ahead. So you can have healthy meals, and, you know, also just preparing. So on a Sunday, maybe chopping up some vegetables or some fruit for your kids that you can throw into yogurt or smoothies or things that will be, you know, take less time. We all, as moms, are trying to maximize the time we can have and use with them. So just planning ahead is huge. And then just making things in bulk a little bit. So if you're able to cook some extra quinoa or brown rice, or doing some overnight oats that can be in the fridge and ready to go the next morning, those are kind of some easy things to have, as well as vegetables, you know, throwing them into a stir fry and having that in a Tupperware. That's always great to have as well. And then just a couple frozen options as well, kind of as a backup, is always great. So I love Trader Joe's. It's great for frozen items that aren't loaded with salt or sugar or additives, and picking up a couple of those just to know you have kind of that as an alternative if you do kind of run low in the fridge or you've gone through everything. So we like those shrimp and vegetable stir fry they have. The vegetable burritos are good. It kind of depends on what you like. A lot of the frozen fish is really good, the wild fish. So really just planning ahead is most important, and also just kind of having a plan so you're not like, what am I eating? And then just snacking and eating other things instead.
Yeah, I actually wonder, now that so many more people have adopted and started experimenting with grocery delivery services, if that's helping people do more meal planning, because it's not quite as impulsive. Like just walking down the aisle at Trader Joe's, I'm like, I want that, I want that. I'm like, I need those chocolate covered pretzels, even though I don't need those chocolate covered pretzels.
Never stop hungry.
Well, and it's also, I think, you know, my husband and I often really struggle with the planning portion. It's like, you know, we could bulk and cook in bulk and then have leftovers, but it's like the shopping almost has to be part of the planning process too. And it's like that emotional, mental load that a lot of moms, I think, also struggle with, like to just do the planning part of the meal prep.
Exactly. I always kind of think about like your healthy plate method. So what is your lean protein? What is your vegetable? And what is your whole grain source of carbohydrates? So if you can kind of map that in your head and kind of alternate, maybe I'll have broccoli this night, zucchini this night, maybe I'll have quinoa or brown rice this night, or vegetable noodles, and then I'll have either chicken or ground turkey. So you can kind of alternate that, but thinking about that as the healthy plate method, that's what I like to always kind of engage my clients with and help to promote that balanced nutrition.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that we have a 2-year-old at home, we're like trying to really embrace the eat across the rainbow philosophy of making sure there's different colors on the plate. If it's all white or brown, it's usually not a good thing.
Exactly. They can get a little bit picky at 2. I feel like my daughter
Mhm.
at 2, we had the twin boys. So then she was kind of like a little bit more picky. And so smoothies are great for that. We do a lot of smoothies.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good tip. That's a good tip. So I can't speak for everybody, but I know that I tend to do quite a bit of overeating during the holidays because the food is so good. Thanksgiving is undeniably my favorite holiday. Like I love Thanksgiving food. I feel like Boston Market was created so that I could have turkey and stuffing like all year round. But
Yeah.
so and I think for kids too, there's so many more desserts and sweets that you really feel like you're indulging on a more frequent basis. So do you have any tips for like how to avoid overeating, both for moms and kids during the holidays?
Yes, definitely. Eating small, frequent meals throughout the day is super important. Just maintaining good blood sugar control, maintaining good energy levels, and also maintaining your weight. So you don't want to wait till you're so hungry, which oftentimes is Thanksgiving Day, right? You're just like, I'm not going to eat anything all day until the nighttime. And then you just overeat where you literally like, I need to fall over
Food
onto the
coma.
couch. Yeah, food coma. So you want to avoid that. Just having small, frequent meals and a source of protein with those meals. So you help create that satiety factor, helps you feel full for longer, and also just prevents those real dips in blood sugar, which we can often see in our kids when they've had sugar. It's just like the high and then the low.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy comes out. So just avoiding that by just eating those small frequent meals and having good healthy snacks on hand. So like string cheese, yogurt squeezies, raisins, sliced turkey, veggie chips, those are all kind of easy, quick things that you can either put in a lunch bag to go or eat at home for your kids, and also for you too. So I'll oftentimes make a quick snack when I give my kids a snack because I don't know when I'm going to eat next either. It's just nonstop. So just keeping my energy up is just as important so I can take better care of them too.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, especially I'm almost 6 months pregnant now, and it's like I need to be eating more frequent small meals. So I finally started like stocking up my little office fridge with cheese and other good snacks
Good.
to make sure nuts. I've got some good stuff going on. So
Good.
so I think one of the other things that's crazy this holiday season is that a lot of us are going to be trapped indoors. And I think that happens every winter for people who live in cold weather climates, but those of us here in Southern California, we're used to being able to kind of like live an outdoor lifestyle all year round. And with safer at home orders and everything coming out, I think nationwide, people are looking for indoor activities to like help moms and their kids stay busy during the holidays and just preserve our mental sanity. Do you have any favorite activities to like help not lose your mind?
Yes, definitely. My kids love like when I'm inside, when we're indoors, say like doing crafts, and I go to Target in the dollar aisle or Hobby Lobby or Michael's and just get kind of seasonal crafts. So we just got through kind of the season of like painting little mini pumpkins and
Oh.
painting rocks, and my daughter loves painting, and then I like those Melissa and Doug, those larger kind of coloring pads. So that's more
Mhm.
space for the boys since they're only 2 to kind of not color off all the pages. And there's a little more space, and obviously washable markers and paint so that you don't
Mhm.
have messes everywhere all over your furniture and tables. And then we like to do a lot of like just reading books, doing flashcards, puzzles. But if the weather permits, we can go outside. Yeah, we get our wiggles out. We run around, kick the soccer ball around, and get that energy out. So
Yeah, I think I just read something that like there's no such thing as bad weather, there's just bad clothing choices. So like you should be able to enjoy your backyard, your patio, a walk
yeah,
around your block, something that's totally social distanced and still be able to like get outside a little bit this winter. Just make sure you're dressing appropriately for whatever the
yes,
weather is. Another one
exactly.
that we're enjoying indoors, that I'm sure a lot of families can relate to, is as the large boxes start to arrive, my 2-year-old is like hiding in the box or like getting out the
Yes.
crayons with the box.
You can make a little house with it.
Yeah, it's a fort now. Large shipping boxes from Amazon can serve many purposes this holiday season.
That's
Um, so another thing that I think we tend to be guilty of, not only during the pandemic but also during winter months in general, is just screen time.
Yeah.
as a crutch when you kind of run out of those other activities. Do you have any thoughts on ideas of like how to reduce screen time?
Yes. So I think COVID's hit actually. We were in the rainy season. So I was
Mhm.
starting with all these activities early on. But what I like to do is set up different stations kind of in different rooms throughout the house. So it's different activities, but also in different rooms. So you kind of feel stimulated in different ways. So for example, we'll go to the playroom and we'll do music. So we have like a keyboard and drum set and the toys, and we'll do that. We'll sing songs and kind of have our music time, or we'll play freeze dance on Alexa, get some good energy out there. They love to dance around. Then we'll go upstairs and do like the little cars or build a train in my twin boys' room. Then my daughter's room will move over and do, Dr. Kit, or, she's really into like the pretend play. So beauty center or things like that. And also building Lego trains, building blocks. So it stimulates them mentally. And then, like I said, San Diego weather permits. If you've exhausted all those activities, just go run outside, have a nature walk, go scooter, ride bikes, all of that. But I think you can make the indoor activities a lot of fun by kind of moving around. I'll just be like, okay, another room, another, thing. So just switching up kind of like 20, 25-minute increments, depending on the ages of your kids. Mine are 2.5 and 4.5. So it's kind of shorter spans, but whatever you can do kind of helps, to stimulate.
Yeah, totally. Well, and I think I've read something about the studies about screen time that say, I tend to think of screen time if I'm like playing Candy Crush or like scrolling on Facebook as like downtime or like I'm relaxing. But like sometimes those things actually make you feel worse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
trying to embrace the idea of like maybe plugging your phone in outside of your bedroom to like keep it away, so that you can keep your
Definitely.
mental health in check.
I know. Yeah, do some meditation instead, for the moms.
Right? Try to read more books, less
Yes.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't say that we're on Facebook right now. Um, so in terms of the holidays, another thing that I always think of is super festive foods. Right. So there's kind of the pumpkin decorating. We're definitely still in this moment of like cooking everything with pumpkins right now. And then like gingerbread houses are coming up and all sorts, advent calendars. There's so many festive foods, but I can't think of any that are like healthy festive foods. Do you have ideas for ways to like celebrate the holiday or bring that holiday spirit in a festive way, but potentially also a healthier spin?
Yes, it's so funny you said the pumpkins, because we've been making pumpkin muffins and pumpkin bread, but just making it a little bit healthier. So using like applesauce and Greek yogurt instead of oil, butter, or eggs, and adding a little bit more fiber here and there, maybe adding raisins in if you wanted to. And oftentimes my daughter will actually like making them with me as well. So that's fun if your child's at appropriate age to be cooking with you, but also them just seeing you preparing it. So in the morning we'll make like protein pancakes. That's not technically seasonal, but it's an everyday thing, So the Kodiak cakes is
You
high
can make them in the
protein.
shape of Christmas trees or
Yes, exactly. You can make them in any shape. So yeah, we make those pretty much every day. We'll just throw in some blueberries, strawberries, and it's really good source of nutrition. And it teaches them that pancakes don't have to be just white sugar, white carbs. You can have them be, healthy and protein based as well. So that's really yummy. We are actually going to make something fun I already thought of this year. They're called little Christmas trees. So you take a tortilla and you cut it in the shape of a little Christmas tree, put some avocado on, and then cherry tomatoes as the ornaments, and then put on a little cheese in the shape of a star on the top. So they're little like Christmas tree snacks. So we're going to do those, and then reindeer celery. So the celery, you put a little almond butter or peanut butter in it. You put the little candy eyes, the little cranberry nose, and then you use the antlers for like pretzel sticks. So you would break those off. So
so cute.
just a cute little couple like snack ideas that are healthy. And then really just smoothies. I'm a huge Vitamix girl, so I just like every day blending them tons of smoothies, because I know they're just getting tons of fiber and antioxidants through that. And then you can just throw in even some extra fiber with like hemp seeds or chia seeds if you have them, or almond butter. So just different ways to kind of show them eating healthy can be, part of your everyday life, and treats are good in moderation.
Yeah, totally. I mean, another fall favorite of mine is pomegranate seeds, which are
Oh,
like, right, they're really high in antioxidants. They're really good for you, and they're that beautiful color. And so I feel like we're going to get creative with like crafting with our food, maybe we can find some ways to do it with
Make a
pomegranate
little
seeds.
salad with the pomegranate spinach salad. Yeah.
Like I think we did a cheese ball one year. We have a pomegranate tree in our backyard actually, which is so random. So yeah, so we like cracked open the pomegranates and then we like rolled a cheese ball in them. I don't even know. It was delicious nonetheless. So in terms of exercise, as the temperature is dropping or as we're kind of cooped up at home, what kind of tips do you have for moms like still trying to exercise at home, whether it's like before the baby wakes up or while they're wearing their baby? I have this Boppy Comfy Chic baby carrier that we're giving away tonight. It's amazing. And I think it's so great for moms to try and like find ways that they can bring fitness into their lifestyle as a mom. So like, what's your experience been like?
Yes. So we actually purchased a spin bike during this time. So that's a great, before the kids are up, I'll try and do that sometimes, or on a rainy day, or when they're napping, you can hop on the spin bike. I'm also part of the group Fit for Mom San Diego, which encompasses stroller strides and body boost. So they've been offering online virtual classes, which has been great as well. And so that's just a great high intensity interval training workout. You can get a good workout in 15, 20 minutes. If you could do 45 minutes, that's great, but you have a really high calorie burn for hours afterwards. So it's not just during the workout. And if you have a heart rate watch, that's awesome to look at and kind of see your heart rate and be in tune with that as far as your calorie burn as well. And then I also love yoga. So yoga is good to incorporate just for that de-stress and kind of that meditation component. And I love Meta Yoga. They're actually based in the Bay Area, but they offer virtual online classes as well.
So I've been a Fit for Mom member forever. I did the, prenatal Fit for Baby classes and stroller strides, but I haven't actually tuned into any of the virtual stuff. I'm totally guilty. But can you still bring your kids to the class virtually? Are you still like singing kids songs while you're doing the workout?
Believe it or not, yeah. So they have an early one, which is 6 a.m. and that's kind of just for you. And that's the body boost, which is just sort of high intensity interval. But that's just for moms alone. So for me, I like to do that one because I kind of need a little bit of a break. And my kids are like, they're just running circles anyways. So, but the other one, they do, I think 9 or 9:30. I have to look at the exact time. So it is like stroller strides at home. And then there are a few locations here that are doing at specific parks that are allowing, and the social distancing, they're doing in-person stroller strides. So yeah, whatever you can do, is great. Just even like 15 minutes really, just so good for your body, but also for your mind, to get that workout in and make it a priority.
Totally. I think I heard through some of my friends that Cosmic Kids Yoga has been taking off. So we've been trying to get my daughter into that. And then even though the yoga is like so easy, anyone could do it. I'm like trying to do it along with her because it's better than not doing anything.
Yes, it's great. And it's a good bonding activity. My daughter loved it too. We did the Frozen one, I think, and it was really cute and she liked that. So there's all different themes and then and
it's free. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. And I just ordered my twin boys yoga mats too, because then they're starting to do it too. I'm like, you need your own mat. So
I love it. Well, you guys heard it here first. Even personal trainers still do group fitness classes online.
Yes.
That's amazing. Is there any sort of other stuff besides like Cosmic Kids Yoga that you recommend in terms of exercise routines you can do with babies, toddlers, big kids? I mean, I have definitely seen pictures online of my high school friends that are like doing yoga with their baby on their back and like really getting into it.
Get some good strength training going with the baby and the carrier, doing squats, lunges, walking lunges kind of throughout the house. So yeah, I think anything that you can do kind of with your baby or toddler is great to kind of incorporate and also show them. So like in the morning, if my kids wake up and I've worked out at 5 or 5:30 before they've gotten up, they come down and they say, work out, mommy. And I'm like, yeah, I worked out. They see it. And so it's good for them to kind of know. And they love it too. So it's good for them to get engaged with that on an early age.
That's awesome. I love it. I feel like my toddler, it is a workout just chasing her. She loves to go on walks. We go up and down the stairs 1,000 times.
I do like run circles, or I do like a little obstacle course and come back around.
Oh my gosh, she totally does it. She like runs in circles around our bedroom. I'm like, oh my gosh, she just has energy to burn.
I know. What is that? They hit another switch right before bed. There's like so much more energy. What happened? Aren't you tired yet?
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess another question for those people who are maybe doing a little bit of traveling or have found a way to quarantine and still visit family, do you have any tips in terms of staying safe and healthy while you're traveling this season?
Yes. So really just planning ahead, like I said, getting that nutritional intake up during the season anyways. It's flu season, it's kind of that cold season. So just making sure you're getting good whole foods, high in antioxidants to kind of get your immune system up, and any vitamins too that you can be taking. I like to take a multivitamin, probiotic, omega-3, and then a couple of kid vitamins I actually have here I brought up. So I like the elderberry. These are gummies. If your child's over 4, you can have these. And there's also a drop blend. And then probiotics, also over 4 here, you can take these gummies, or these ones I put into my twin boys when they were sick, into their milk, so they can actually drink it. It's like a powder or a drop. And this is Mommy's Bliss or Garden of Life. So really good brands. Just to probiotics can help also if you've taken antibiotics, to help rebuild that healthy good bacteria in your gut to combat any bugs or colds and things like that. And then this little immune zinc and vitamin D are also really good for immune function.
Yeah, I've been taking vitamin C and vitamin D supplements. I feel like somebody said that those can both potentially help if you do come down with COVID. Like a lot of people tend to be vitamin D deficient. So
yes, and yeah, you can be staying inside a lot this year, and it's one of the ones that's most common. So really just kind of planning ahead. I always have wipes and hand sanitizers with me. My kids were marching the other day. They're like, "We got our hand sanitizer. Let's march in a line." I'm like, this needs to be added to the quotes of 2020. What is this?
Seriously. Oh my gosh. I feel like the Christmas cards this year are going to be epic.
Yes, yeah.
So many crazy things. So obviously, I think we can all agree the science is showing that mask wearing can prevent transmission if you are out and about, if you do have to go to the grocery store or travel. But are there any ways to prevent colds from transferring from kids to parents? I know there are some people who are fortunate enough to be able to still send their kids to school in person right now, maybe not for long based on the way things are going.
Yeah.
But if your kid comes home sick, is there any good way to keep from getting it yourself?
Yeah, I really like to just kind of sanitize really anything that your child is touching frequently during that time when they're real sick. So maybe car seats, tables, high chairs, toys they might be kind of putting in their mouth or touching on, and then washing clothes frequently. Sometimes like, oh, this jacket can be worn again. It's like, no, let's just wash everything, make sure everything kind of get the germs off. Same with bed sheets. I wash all those. Then I'm a big fan of hot baths. When my kids are sick, I just get them in a hot bath, and 2 or 3 times a day. And that really helps.
Wow.
Yeah, that really helps just kind of calm them down. And also if they have any little snot or anything, you just really feel better and just feel cozy. Think about when you're sick, you just want to be like, oh, I'm in a hot bath and lay in bed, And so just kind of applying those to my kids, those same things. So along with the good nutrition, keeping that up to help combat, but also just keeping everything just real clean, and probably no kissing when they're super sick like that, just little hugs and snuggles and things. But
Any favorite foods for when you're sick to help kind of recover as quickly as possible?
We do the soups. We do soups, and then if your child can drink tea, like we'll do a ginger tea, so no caffeine or anything, but that's really good. And we do a lot of smoothies. Like I said, the kids like pretty much like smoothies, so I'll just kind of alternate what I'm doing. I'll do banana and almond butter, and like even a little bit of protein powder if I feel like they're not eating enough, because sometimes when you're sick, you're not very hungry, so make sure they're getting enough of that, as well. So
lots of fluids, as always.
Yeah, fruit popsicles if they're running a fever, just help the fever come down, and just all fruit. There's really not much sugar at all. It's just natural. So I like the Outshine brand for that.
That's great. Well, I have one last question, which is, now that you have toddlers, what is the secret to getting your toddler to wear a mask? Because my daughter just turned 2 and I can only get like a hoop over one ear. I can't even get the second one on. Have you had any luck teaching your little ones how to wear a mask?
For my twin boys, I was in the same boat. They're 2.5, so they were a little skeptical at first, but I just say superheroes, and so I put it on, and they think it's like real cool. Like all of a sudden it's a superhero. I was like, yay! So they do that, and then my daughter has been pretty good about it. I just say, you're the good big sister, be a good example. And she's pretty good. She's like, okay, mom. And she knows that she can, come places with me, like maybe a grocery store run once in a while if she wears her mask, and she likes special trips with mommy. So she'll do that. Yeah.
I feel like I've been reading all of the blogs about this, like, how do I get my child to wear a mask? So a lot of people suggesting, always, of course, leading by example. When you're putting on your mask, they might want to copy you. So try then, or trying to build up, right? Like if you're going to do it for a little while in the house, or maybe attaching it to, like, you can't go to the playground unless you have the mask on.
Yes. I know. It's hard. Battle. Attaching it to a toy. It's just, it's hard for them to understand too. It's a tough year. So just trying to teach them, that it's healthy and best for all of us to stay safe, and they learn. They're smart, they really do. They listen. So
I think there's going to be a big difference between a 2.5-year-old and a new 2-year-old in terms of just communication and understanding abilities too. So there is
there's a huge jump in those couple months, just talking so much more, and I think they're probably comprehending it but not able to really kind of talk back yet as much. So in the next couple months you'll see
I got like a hat with a face shield. I'm desperate. I'm going to try whatever I can.
Those are good. Then they don't really even see it. It's not touching them, so
we'll see. She's finicky. Well, thank you so much, Courtney. This has been absolutely amazing. I think we've talked about health and fitness and nutrition for the mind, body, soul, all of those things, as we head into this chaotic, stressful, crazy holiday season in any given year, but like the exacerbated version of 2020 holidays. And one final reminder that we are giving away the Boppy Comfy Chic Carrier tonight, along with the matching cover. And you can enter for that. The link is in the comments. And you need to enter in the next 30 minutes to win the carrier. Thank you again, Courtney, and thanks so much to Boppy for having us.
Thank you so much.
All right. Good night.
Happy holidays.
You too.